Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really great week. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my past weekend, a little bit of my routine, and also finishing up and wrapping up some of the goals that we had this summer. I absolutely love leaning into the seasons and building routines and goals around the seasons, especially as we transition out of summer and into fall. You start to feel the trend of the weather cooling down. With the weather cooling down, we could wrap up our summer goal. Our big summer goal was to finish organizing the garage completely. Several things needed to be built and finished. That was our goal before the fall months hit. So I'm happy to say we were able to accomplish that this past weekend. And really just taking advantage of the absolutely perfect weather, mid to low 70s, slight breeze. You can see the leaves starting to fall and the shift is happening for sure. So it was a long weekend and we had, the holiday weekend. So we had a little bit of extra time to lean into some of the projects that we wanted to get done. Since I knew we wanted to be productive over the weekend, it's very important, of course, on every day to just fuel your body with good quality food in the morning, first thing in the morning. And since I'm fueling an athletic family on top of it, it's of utmost importance that we have a really solid breakfast. A lot of times I'll eat eggs in the morning to try to get that protein. I've been craving oatmeal and I do try to eat intuitively. So if there's something that I'm craving, I try to lean into that. So lately I've been in the mood for steel cut oats with a little bit of coconut milk or a little bit of oat milk. I don't really put sugar in it on most days. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of brown sugar in it, but today I'm just making the steel cut oats with a little bit of coconut milk or oat milk, either or. And then I'm just gonna make a oatmeal bowl. So on top of this, I'm gonna put some fresh fruit, a little bit of coconut shavings, and some honey. I have had a hankering for this, so I have just been loving it. Sometimes I'll do the same type of thing with yogurt, Greek yogurt in the morning. So Greek yogurt on the bottom, fruit, a little bit of honey. With my breakfast, I'm gonna make a oat milk matcha latte. So sometimes I will not be in the mood for coffee. And again, it's the intuitive eating thing where I crave a matcha latte instead, or just matcha plain by itself. But today I'm making a matcha shot. I get my powdered matcha at Trader Joe's. Sometimes there's a brand I really like to order, but if I forget to order it, it's accessible and easy to get this at Trader Joe's because that's where I grocery shop. So I make a little matcha shot and then I'm going to steam up some oat milk. Last year around this time we got our CasaBrews espresso machine and we absolutely love it. We make all sorts of different types of drinks and when people come over we can offer them beverages. It's really fun to get creative. So oat milk matcha for breakfast with my oatmeal bowl. And then the boys slept in a little bit late on the weekends, they typically do. So once they woke up, I prepared some protein pancakes for them, which I have been loving that as well. Again, I've been craving some more of the carbs. Like I haven't been as in the mood for the eggs. So we're making protein pancakes. Now, this is a quick mix. You can also make it completely homemade at home if you prefer, and I have a recipe that I like, but if I am looking to make it a little bit quicker, I like this as an option. 21 grams of protein per serving, so it's pretty good and they're really tasty. So I also like this pancake pan, makes it really easy to make the boys' pancakes. I always put fresh fruit on top, berries, lots of antioxidants, and then maple syrup, good quality maple syrup on top of their pancakes. And so we love our pancake weekends. Protein pancakes are great because we want to make sure we're getting the protein and fueling our bodies for a very active weekend. After breakfast, we take our vitamins. I've been taking the Tone by Array. These are creatine. Second bottle of this. I've been really liking it. And I've been liking taking creatine. At first, I wasn't sure, but I definitely have noticed a difference. I take a daily multivitamin, one from Love Wellness. I love this one because it's great for PMS. I take a probiotic, and then sometimes I'll take the vitamin B electrolytes before I go to the gym. Now, since the weather has been just absolutely gorgeous, I'm going to take my mat outside, and I like to focus on rest and recovery during the weekends because I usually am making sure I'm recovering from the week prior. We train a lot during the week, and so sometimes I'll have a minor injury. My joints will be sore, my body will be sore, and I really focus on mobility, stretching routines, and sometimes I'll be practicing different inversions. Like lately I've been wanting to work on headstands and handstands and things like that. I like to take my mat outside on the porch if it's a nice day and just really feel my body and stretch and move and work through some of those mobility movements. We have these mats for the kids practicing their martial arts at home, and I've been working on inversions, and both my kids really like to practice handstands and headstands, and front flips, back flips, all of that stuff. It's pretty crazy. So we were working on this together. It was pretty cute. So Byron was making some jam. He does a lot of like R&D, research and development, like cooking recipes and stuff, but he also helps with the meal planning during the weekend. So he was making jam for the kids because they like to do peanut butter and jellies and everything. We try to make jam with the fruit, either from our garden or leftover fruit. If fruit is starting to go bad, if it's just starting to go bad, actually making jam is a great thing. So he usually does that. But then he came over, I needed his help. Of course, it's so funny because he came over and he was like, hold on, let me try to see if I could do it. So we were both trying to figure out how to do headstands. We were watching a video, and then lately I have been needing him to just kind of make sure I'm finding my balance. I've been working at the handstands and headstands at the gym and at home. I'm getting closer. I used to have that headstand bench. I had to sell it before we moved because I just had to get rid of a certain amount of things. So I'm back to working on it. And I think if I'm consistent with anything, this is how it was with pull-ups. If I'm consistent for several days in a row over a long period of time or every other day consistently, I can accomplish it. But if I take long breaks and come back, I kind of start from the beginning. But anyway, he was making the jam. Another goal of mine this weekend was I haven't put bird seeds out in a minute, and I've felt so bad. Whenever I put bird seeds out consistently, I just have tons and tons of birds right outside of my window in my bedroom, and I love to watch them. My cat likes to watch the birds too, for different reasons. Okay, she is not allowed. She's allowed to look but not touch. But anyway, we were putting bird seeds out for them, and it takes like 24 to 48 hours for them to figure out that I have put bird seed out for them. But once I do, we're open for business, and we have lots of birdie customers, and I love to watch the birds. So we have the cardinals, we had the tufted titmouse, and we have the chickadees. Those are the most common that we see on our bird feeder. So I love to put that out. That's my favorite. We're getting to the final Vego Garden Bed that I had in the garage. So we had like 4 or 5 boxes in the garage of things that needed to be built rather, over the summer. We didn't want to do it on the really hot days, but once it cools down, we go out and try to finish that. Byron has been building beautiful shelving in the garage. He has also been putting lighting in the garage. So I try to talk about this a lot on my channel, about little by little how you can accomplish goals over time. So the garage project has kind of taken us the whole summer. Well, pretty much since we moved here, because we had the garage built and then we have been slowly organizing it. So things really do take time, but continuing to come back to projects and finish and hone them, the garage is definitely one of those things. So there was the FlowHive that we wanted to build so we could try beekeeping this year. There was five Vego Garden Beds that we wanted to build. Another e-bike that was a Father's Day surprise. We wanted to get that built and be able to enjoy that over the summer. And then also just being able to put some of our stuff up in the garage. So Byron's been building the shelves and organizing all the tools. So it's been quite a project that we continue to come out and finish up. We're finishing up this final bed, which felt really good because that was gonna pretty much complete the garage. And we wanted to try to do that before the fall. We also needed to paint the FlowHive, and we're not going to get the bees for a little bit. I will talk about that more down the line. We have to get a nuke and a queen, but that will be a few weeks, if not a few months from now, just kind of depending on when I can get it from the beekeeper. So in the meantime, we just getting the FlowHive ready, finishing up all of our projects in the garage. This has been on our list pretty much since the end of spring through the summer. So just to get all of that done. Like I said, we had several different things we needed to build for Father's Day. We got an e-bike for Byron. Well, Byron's been using it. I've been using it. Oliver, we've all been enjoying it. Been having fun with some of our toys this summer and really just trying to spend time outside. So that's why we like to do a lot of the building projects, because the kids will swim and we'll just try to get some things done outside. If it's too hot, we try to do it in the morning or in the evening, like we did this building project in the evening. A lot of times this is what our weekends look like, especially if we're at home. We're just doing our routines, we're playing outside, the neighbor kids come over, we try to get projects done, and we always have things on our list. We're always kind of looking forward to new projects and things to do together, and it's been a really great summer. But I'm also looking forward to fall content, and I'm just happy that, we're wrapping up this project, and it's gonna make it feel that much better to accomplish some of the indoor projects that we have now that the garage is clean and Byron added the lighting. So during the darker months, we'll be able to work in the garage as well. So it's been really good. Definitely felt good to get this done. We're saying goodbye to summer and slowly welcoming the fall and the autumn months, which come with new routines and new goals for around the house, which I will certainly share on my channel, along with the journey of some of our new projects like the FlowHive beekeeping project and some of what will be happening in the garden, our projects in the house, routines, and what our schooling routine looks like, and some recipes as well. So anyway, if you enjoy my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. That helps me out, that supports my channel, and I appreciate you being here. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.